White Iver song. When I started balling, I was young. You gon' think about me when I'm gone. I need that money like the ring I never won.
Dwight Howard said in March that he is a no-doubt Hall of Famer. I'm going to look into that today to see whether he is or not. Before we begin, you guys saw my new intro, let me know what you think. I have a different version of it, which I will use on my next video so you guys can decide which one you want. Or if you want my old one back, let me know. But with that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. I will be looking at two things in this video to decide whether Dwight Howard is a Hall of Famer or not. Those categories are career stats and accomplishments. I will compare these to other Hall of Fame centers as well to get the best ideas to see if he will make it. First up, career stats. Dwight Howard has put up 17.5 points in his career with 12.5 rebounds and 2 blocks a game. Hall of Famer Bill Walton averaged 13.3 points and 10 rebounds in his career with 2.2 blocks a game. David Robinson averaged 21 points and 10 rebounds with 3 blocks a game. Now clearly here Dwight Howard is not as good as any of these players, and those two players were ranked in the bottom 4 of the top 10 Hall of Fame centers, ranked by ESPN, Bleacher Report and SB Nation. If we compare Dwight to top ranked players like Shaq, Hakeem, Wilson, Kareem, then it's obvious he is nowhere close to being a Hall of Famer. But those are some of the top 10 centers of all time, and Dwight is definitely not a top 10 center in history. So let's compare him to some lower grade centers that are in the Hall of Fame. Yao Ming, 19 points and 9 rebounds for his career with 1.9 blocks. Here, Dwight Howard is around even with Yao, as he averaged 3 more rebounds and only 1.5 less points with almost exact same blocks. So if Yao can make the Hall of Fame, then so can Dwight. Dikembe Mutombo is also a Hall of Famer, who averaged 9 points and 10 rebounds for his career and 2.8 blocks. Again, Dikembe is a Hall of Famer and Dwight Howard is significantly better. Keep the players I just mentioned in mind, as I will mention them all again soon when I compare them with Dwight for accolades. For Dwight's career, he was a Defensive Player of the Year 3 times in a row for that matter. In 2009, Dwight nearly won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same year, the first that would have happened, as Dwight Howard finished second in MVP voting to one of the greatest players of all time, LeBron James. Dwight Howard has also led rebounds for a season 6 times. He was a blocks leader twice and made the All-NBA First Team 5 times and All-NBA Second and Third Team a combined 3 times, so an 8-time All-NBA player in total. He made the Defensive NBA Team 5 times as well. Dwight Howard led the Orlando Magic to their first finals appearance and win in 2009, and not many other players have been able to do this. I won't run through every player I went through, as this argument would go on for way too long and it would get boring, so I'm going to compare Dwight to David Robinson, Yao Ming and Dikembe Mutombo. David Robinson won 2 championships, an MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year award, a scoring, rebounding and blocks leader, and made the All-NBA teams 10 times, the defensive teams 8 times, and won the Rookie of the Year as well. Yao Ming made the All-NBA team 5 times and the All-Rookie First Team. Honestly, I thought Yao would be better, but that's all. Dikembe was a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, a rebounding leader twice, blocks leader 3 times, and made the All-NBA team a combined 3 times. So where does Dwight Howard rank out of those 3? I'll rank it like this. Number 1, David Robinson, number 2, Dwight Howard, and number 3, Dikembe Mutombo, with Yao Ming at number 4. The argument I'm about to bring you is not really for Dwight, but I see it a lot and it gets really annoying. Dwight Howard puts up numbers of 13 points and 12 rebounds this season, and it's frustrating to see him get overlooked. DeAndre Jordan, Andre Drummond, and many more centers put up almost identical numbers, but everyone sees Dwight Howard as overrated, when in actual fact, he is not. But he is much better than you might think and is a valuable piece to any team. He is still putting up all-star worthy numbers, and yet somehow did not even get a sniff of making the all-star team this year in a weak conference when he put up numbers that were definitely worthy of a spot. His achievements get overlooked as well, as in March he said that getting 3 Defensive Player of the Years and being a rebounder leader 6 times makes you a no-doubt Hall of Famer. Then on First Take, Richard Jefferson laughed at Dwight's comments, saying that there were people out there who had much better accomplishments than him. And yeah, that's true, but Dwight didn't say he was the best center of all time, did he? No, he said that at the end of his career he should be a Hall of Famer. So to conclude, is Dwight Howard a Hall of Famer? No doubt he is. What he did when he was on the Magic is too much to ignore. He was a king over there. He carried a mediocre Orlando Magic squad to the NBA Finals, the first in franchise history. His stats compare up to some memorable names like Yao Ming and Mutombo, and his numbers recently have compared to all NBA players. Let's just say this, if Derrick Rose becomes a Hall of Famer, then Dwight should too. Both are in similar situations right now. They were both stars for a few years and then dropped off. In my opinion, Dwight had a better career than Rose, but that's for another discussion. Dwight Howard has got to be the most underappreciated player of this generation. But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think on Dwight Howard and him becoming a Hall of Famer or not. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really wanted to make a video on Dwight, but I was stuck between making this one and another one, which was on his future in the league. If you want to see that second one, let me know. If you are new, I'm an NBA channel where I make videos like this, so if you are interested, subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I am out. Peace.
I buy a new car for the bitch, for real. I tear down the mall with the bitch, for real. You can't even talk to the bitch, nah. She fucking with bosses and shit, oh god. I pull up in Rarers and shit, with choppers and Harleys and shit, for real. I be